Right, Super Sunday or Dvipde. Good evening, all. Right, the පති කීපයක හම්බ වෙන්න අපේ paper class එකත් එක්ක අසනීප තත්ත්ව නිසා, right? And today we are going to start our paper revision class, right, in the grade 10. And this is our PDF, reels of our paper, right? And this is already uploaded into the LMS system, then you can download it from in our LMS system. And this is the part A, and you know the straight lines graph and the y equals mx plus c like that, right? And this is part A. And you know, the another part is a 3-hour part and 2-hour part. There are two separate papers, paper 1 and the paper 2. And you have experience now with your first term examination, your school one. And this is our paper class. Now we are going to discuss past paper questions as a model papers. And this is a model paper, right? Now we are going to discuss. First one, an incomplete table of the values used to draw the graph of the function y equals 3x plus 2 is given below. Now listen, y equals 3x plus 2. Now, do you remember this one? My question is, what is the value for a gradient? Gradient value. What is the value for the gradient? And gradient is a y equals mx plus c. We called as a m is a gradient. Y equals mx plus c. And m is a gradient, and m is a coefficients of x. Coefficients of x. That means the coefficient of x is a 3. Therefore, our gradient is a positive one as well as a value is a 3. Now, plus 2 is an intercept. And intercept is a intersection point of the y-axis is a 2. As a roughly sketch here, I make a roll. This one is x-axis, and this one is a y-axis, and the positive 2 here, and this is the intercept. මෙයා තමයි c කියලා කියන්නේ. Intercept එක කියලා අපි කිව්වේ. Intercept. And the angle of the graph between the positive direction of the x-axis. මෙන්න මේ x-axis එකේ positive direction එකත් එක්ක හැදෙන angle එක, and that one is acute angle. Because why? Because gradient is a positive one. Gradient is a positive one. ඒකයි හේතුව. And this is a short note පොඩ්ඩක් මතක් කරා මම දේවල් ටිකක් relevant to the graphs, right? Now I'm going to answer our paper. Find the value of the y when x becomes 1. Now that is an easy thing, right? Problem number 1. And you know how to answer the question because our equation is y equals 3x plus 2. Now x becomes as a 1. You need to find the answer for a y. Now substitute part. 3 into the 1 plus 2. 3 times 1 is just 3, and 3 plus 2 is just 5. Now this is the answer for a y, right? When x becomes 1, then y becomes as a 5. Y becomes as a 5. Now using the suitable scales to draw the graph and the function y equals 3x plus 2. How to draw the graph? What are the coordinates? Take a matter. What are the coordinates? First coordinate is a -3 -7, and second coordinate is a -2 and -4. Third coordinate is a -0 and +2. The 0 is just 0, right? 0 and 2, and the last one 1, and we find the answer. We already found answer for y, and the answer is 1 and 5. There are only 4 coordinates. Now how to draw the graphs? the graph video, right? Listen little on the one. Salama. We have to find the answers, find the coordinates. Then we are going to draw the graph firstly we have to draw the y-axis. අපි ඉස්සලාම් පුතේ draw කරන්නේ y-axis එක. Now we are looking for the value for x, and these values are relevant to the y, these values relevant to the x. Therefore, the greatest one is a +1, minimum one is a -3. We have to skip the more spaces to the negative side. එහෙනම් මොතේ බං y එක මෙහෙන් යන ගන්න. Now this is a y. Now what is the greatest number for a y? Y වල වැඩිම කීයද තියෙන්නේ? +5. Now I'm going to mark 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And this is a suitable scale. And this is a 0. And this is positive direction of the x. And negative 1 becomes as a -7 වෙනකන් යන්න ඕනේ. -7. Therefore, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5, -6, and -7. Right. Now x-axis. Just only 1 and 2. Yeah, only +1 and -3. -1, -2, -3 is a minimum one. Now you have to mark as a x-axis and y-axis. Now mark the coordinates. First coordinate is -3, -7. -3 is x, -7 here. Now mark the coordinates as like this. -2 and -4 here. And the 0 plus 2 here. And 1, 5 here. Now this one is a straight line. Make straight line එකක් විදිහට යන්න ඕනේ ලස්සනට. Right. And this one is a y equals 3x plus 2. බලන්න අපි අදපු sketch එක වගේමයිනේ. ඔව්නේ. Look at this sketch. බලන්න +2 වලින් කැපුණේ. This one we call as an intercept. මෙයාට තමයි පුතේ අපි කවුරු කියන්නේද? Intercept කියලා කියන්නේ. Intercept. We call as a C. And gradient is a positive, and gradient is a m equals 3. Gradient can 3. It's a positive 3. An acute angle between the graph as well as the positive direction of the x-axis. Right, everyone. අපි ලස්සනට මේක අඳගමු. බෙඩරි දුව තේරෙනවද මේක ලිතුම්? හා ලිතුම්? කොහොමද?
Yes, sir.
Yes, well done, well done. අපි ලස්සන note down එකක් දාගමු. And this is first question relevant to our paper, discussion paper 1. And give me a thumbs up when you're finished. Give me a thumbs up. ඉක්මන් ඩ්‍රෝ කරමු පුතේ. Right? I think time is enough. Now you write the gradient and intercept of the graph y equals 3x plus 2. අපි ඒක කලින් අඳුරගත්තා නේද පුතේ? Right? Therefore, little intercept is equals to the 2 plus 2, and you know the intercept is a intersection point of the y-axis. මේ කැපෙන තැන. It's a plus 2. As well as a gradient is a 3.
Positive 3.
Yeah, positive 3. Well done. Right? And the next question. Draw the straight line which passes through the point 0, minus 3 and 1, 0. අඳුම බලන්න මොකද්ද මේ කියන්නේ 0, minus 3. All right. 0, minus 3 is here. And the 1, 0, it's a here. ඒක අඳින්නලු. ෂා. ඔන්න මං ඇන්දා. Right? And next question. Write a special characteristics that you can observe from above to straight lines by giving reasons. Now tell me, then බලපු ගමන් පේනවා. Right? This one and this one. What is the special character of these two graphs?
Parallel.
Yes, they are parallel. They are parallel and giving reasons. දැන් මේක parallel කියන්නේ නිකන් කියන්න බෑ. දැන් නිකන් මට parallel වගේ පේනවා සර්. ඒ නිසා parallel. එහෙම උත්තර maths වල බෑ. You need to find, and you know the special character about the parallel graph. Gradients must be equals, right? Then when we have two graphs and the graph becomes as a parallel graph, right? And they are equals with their gradients, right? It must be equals to their gradients. Then we can find the gradient of this graph. Now, how to find the gradient? So, because we have two coordinates, right? Now listen. And this is a very special part of this question, because definitely, right, question becomes as in part 1, right? The part A, the 2-hour paper in the part A, 25 magic questions relevant to the graph. You can find the gradient using two coordinates. Gradient is m equals to the difference of y coordinates divided by the difference of x coordinates, and this is a very special formula, right? Now I'm going to use this one, and you know the coordinate. This one is a 0, minus 3, as well as this one is a 1, 0, 1, 0. Now this one is a x and this one represents y. Now we are going to find the difference between the y coordinates, right? Now listen. Now gradient is equals to the difference of y coordinates. This is a reasoning part, right? We have to mention, right? They are parallel, but we have to prove that, right? This is a proving part, the show that part that we call as a reasoning part. Difference between two coordinates of the y. Now this one is a 0 and this is a minus 3. I'm going to choose 0 minus 3 or minus 3 minus 0. කැමති විදියක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? Minus 3 minus 0 divide by 0 minus 1. Now listen, the first one, numerators has becomes minus 3 divided by minus 1. And you know, negative numbers dividing, it becomes as a positive, and this one should be a positive 3. Now listen, little and memory. Now listen, everyone. Recording ba lamay hamong balan puti. Gradient is a second graph is a 3, as well as a gradient of the first graph is also 3. Now gradients are equals. Therefore, we can state these two graphs should be parallel, and that is a very specific character, right? Now question say that write the equation of this graph. ළමයෙක් මට කියලා මේකේ එන equation එක ලියන්න බලන්න. කොහොමද ලියන්නේ? Now tell me the equation of this graph. How it becomes? කාටද කියන්න පුළුවන්? Y equal 3x, because gradients are equals, they are parallel, and we know the gradient is plus 3. And I know intersection points of the y-axis we call as a intercept. Now intercept is a minus 3. Now we can write as a 3x minus 3. This is the equation of the second graph. Right? And this is a very important things about the straight lines graph. Y equals mx plus c. And the two, you got it? Got that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, well done. Right? Note down. Apa rasa note dalam putih?
Sir, finish.
Done. Well done. Now I go to the next question. Right. Now look at this graph. Draw this table. Hurry up. අපි අසල් මේ table එක ඉස්සලම draw කරගමු පුතේ හැමෝම. There are 4 columns. Daily income and the number of workers as if, and mid value becomes as x, and fx. The fx being is a f into the x, the product between the f column and the x column, right? Hurry up, draw the table. අපි table එක ඇඳගමු ඉස්සල්ලාම. Right. Now listen. The question is what is the minimum daily income of a worker? Now listen. The follow the table represent the information on the daily income of 80 employees and who are working of a certain company, and 1000 to 1200 column is greater than or equal 1000 and less than 1200. Therefore the minimum one is how 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees, that's the minimum one. එහෙනම් පුතේ අඩුම ගාණ එන ඉන්කම් එක තමයි 1000 rupees කියලා කියන්නේ. And second question, what range of the income does the most worker receive? Most worker receive. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ අපෙන් අහන්නේ mod එක වගේ නේද? mod කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? most occurring number, that's the highest frequency. ඔතන වැඩිපුරම ගත්තු කඩේ කවුද ඉන්නේ? There are 20 number of there are 20 workers, right? But there are workers is 1600 to 1800, and the answer for the second one is 1600 to 1800. And the minimum salary, because the daily income is a minimum daily income is 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees. Now third one, using the above graph, calculate the mean daily income of a worker. Now we have to work out. Then පොඩි වැඩ වගේක් කරන්න. Now listen. Mid value. Grade 10 is very important lessons to the data representation. අපිට එනවා වෙන ඉස්සරහට. ඉතින් මේ බලන්න වැඩි. Mid value. How to find the mid value? කොහොමද පුතේ mid value එක හොයන්නේ? You need to add these two boundaries and divide by the 2. අපි පුතේ දෙකක මැද හොයන්නේ කොහොමද? You need to add and divide by the 2. Now 1000 and 1200 is a 2200 and divide by 2. Tell me the answer, Ritu. The sum of these two things and divide by 2. 1000 and 1200. Therefore, answer is a 2200. Divide by 2. What is the answer? It should be a
1100.
1100, and this is the mid value. ඇත්තනේ මේ දෙකේ මැද තමයි 1100. Yes. 1100. Now tell me, what is the mid value of the second one? This one. මේ දෙකේ මැද කවුද එහෙනම්? What is the answer? $1,200, 1,400, and 2,600 divided by 2. 1300. Now we have a pattern. It's by a 200 by 200 way. And beda beda indo nayani liagana yamu 1500, 1700, 1900, 2100. Easy. Now, what is the meaning of the fx? And I told you, fx means the product between the f and x. As example, 9 into the 1100 is a 9900. Right. Now, fill this table. Hurry up. Last fill करूँ मैं कबूतर सलाम it was for method क्या देना. Hurry up.
Sir, finish.
Done. Right. Now, 12 times 00 is a 00. And 12 times 3 is a 36. 3 remainders. And 15. And 14 times 00. And 14 times 5. 14 times 5 is a 70. And 7 remainders. And 21. And 2 times 7 is a 34. And 3 zeros, 34,000. And 15 times 00.
28,500.
Yeah, 9 times 5 is a 45. And you know this, 45. And so 40 and 9 is because 135. Yeah, 13 remainders. And 13 means, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well done. And this one's very easy.
21,000.
210. Yeah, 21,000, right? 21,000. Now, we are going to find the mean. And that's a question, right? The mean is like an average, right? The mean is the sum of the fx line. Sum of the fx line. You need to add these all things, right? Now, you can add these all ones, right? Hurry up. अब मैं ऐड कर ला माटे क्या ऐड बार ना आ सके पुते बेटी को ऑक्को ऐड करूं Is it correct? 130,000.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Now You can add also the sum of the workers. අපි බලන්න පෑ පුතේ workers කීයක් ඉන්නවද කියලා. You need to add all these ones. අපි මේකත් add කරමු. Is that 80?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Now listen. Now mean is 130,000. It's like average 130,000, 130,000 divided by the 80. Now remove the 0 and 0. Now 13,000 divided by the 8. අය බලමු පුතේ මේක divide කරලා මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා. 13,000 divided by 8, only 1, 8 and 5, 50 is a 6, and 48 2 remainders, 20 is a 2, and 16 4 remainders, and 40 is a 5. Now answer is average wise 1,625 rupees per daily income. සාමාන්‍ය average එකක් විදියට මේක තමයි සාමාන්‍ය income එක. Now understood the method?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Right, note down. අපි අසල් ලියාගමු mean එක.
Sir, finish.
Done. Right. Now we are going to the next part. According, if there are 22 working days in a certain month. එක සාමාන්‍ය පුතේ මාසකට දවස් 22ක වැඩ කළොත් find the total amount needed for monthly salary of the workers. දැන් අපි හොයාගත්ත average එක. The average wise, now use the mean. Use the mean. 1,625 per day. එක දවසකට එක කෙනෙක් එක worker කෙනෙක්ගේ income එක. Now tell me how many workers there? කී දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවද workers ලා? There are
80.
80 workers. එහෙනම් පුතේ එක දවසකට කීයද වෙන්න ඕනේ? 1,625 times 25 times 80. ඔන්න එක දවසකට පඩි බේරන්න ඕනේ මෙච්චරක්. But they are working 22 days for a month. Now this is approximately average wise, right? Salary. So monthly salary. Therefore, the total amount needed for monthly salary is this calculation. Now, calculate this one. Then find the answer for this one. ගන්න බාන්න උත්තරය. අරගෙන කියන්න මට උත්තරය කීයද කියලා.
Sir, ඒක හැබැයි ලොකු it's a big number.
Big big number. And
2
you get the
million
answer?
860,000.
860,000. Is this your answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Now I'm going to multiply. Right. Use a calculator, I think. Yeah. Orang dia use කරානේ?
නෑ sir.
Sure. Right.
Yes.
Right. Now listen. Right. 1,625. Right. And this is a 0. And eliminate the 0. 0 එක අමතක කරමුකෝ අපි, right? අපි අතට දාමු මේක, right? And 22, sorry, 22 into the 8 means, and you know, 8 times 2 is a 16, 16, and 1 remainder, and 17. Now you can multiply by the 1625, right? Then අපි මේක multiply කරලා දාමු, right? Multiply කරලා දාමු, right? 6 times 5, 6 times 5, 30, 3 remainders, 12, 15, 1 remainders, 37, 3 remainders, and 9. 7 times 5, 35, 3 remainders, and the 17, and 1 remainders, 43, 4 remainders, and 11. Now 1 means the same one, 5, 2, 6, 1. Now I'm going to add these ones. 0, 0, and this one is 7, 7, 14, and 5 is 9. Right? 9. And yeah, 7, 14, 19, 1 remainders, 10, 13, 15, 1 remainders, and 8, and 2. And last answer, you need to add 0. 2,859,000. හරියද වැඩි? Right? Is this answer? Yeah, 286. Right? Because 6 times 5 are 30, 3 remainders, and 12, 15, 1 remainders, 37, 3 remainders, and 9, and 7 times 5, 35, and 3 remainders, 3 remainders, and 7 times 2, 14, 17, 1 remainders, 42, 43, 4 remainders, and 1. Yeah, that's it. And 1625. It's a 0, 0, 1 remainders. Yeah, that's 1 remainders. ඉතුරු එකක් තියෙනවනේ. And this is answer. Right. Right? There's 1 remainders, 5 and 10 is 1 remainders, and 14, 16, 15, and 5 is 20. Right? This is answer. Right? Capital ළමයට make 8 times multiply කරලා ආපහු 22 ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Easy. And this is a calculation part. එහෙනම් මෙන්න මාසකට පඩි බේරන්න යන ගාන. Right? 2 million. Right? 2.86 million. මිලියන 2.86ක වියදමක් යනවා මාසෙට පඩි දෙන්න විතරක්. Right? Right. Now I'm going to the third next question, and actually this one relevant to the percentages, right? Percentages. Now I will give 5 minutes. Find the answer for the first one, second one, third one, and the fourth one. Right? Just try it. I'm try කරමු පුතේ ටක් කාලා මේක. අපි ඉස්සලා හදමු first one එකට answer එක. First one, one by one yeah අපි. PL loan out 20,000 from a financial institute for 12% of annual simple interest rate. Annual simple interest rate එක පුතේ 12%. And find the interest that he should pay at the end of the year. What is the answer? It's simple.
20,000 times 12 over 100.
Yes, well done. And that's a method. And the 20,000 multiplied by the 12%. For 2 years, you need to multiply by the 2 because this is relevant to the annual simple interest. Make a 5 years later, you need to multiply by the 5 again, right? And that is a specific thing about the simple interest, right? Percentage lesson right? You can cut 0, 0, and 12 times 2 is a 24. Then answer is a 2,400 rupees. Is that correct?
Oh, sir.
Yes, well done, right? And next one, find the total amount that he should pay to settle the loan after මෙතන කියනවා කොච්චරක් කියලාද? මෙතන තියෙන්නේ පුතේ 1 and 2 years කියලා තියෙන්නේ. අපි ගමු එක 2 years. After 2 years. After 2 years. After 2 years. Print කරලා නැහැ නේ. After 2 years. අවුරුදු දෙකකට.
Sir, how to find it?
That's the easy thing. Because why? This is a simple interest. Simple interest. This interest for a year. Right? Year. එක අවුරුද්දකට මෙච්චරනේ පුතේ. Therefore, simple interest is very easy. And the
So,
for a, for 2 years, you have to double it. 22,400 multiplied by the 2.
2.
What is that? 4,800. Understood?
Yes, sir.
If you want to find the interest for 3 years, what to do? 3 years?
2,400 times 3.
Yes, well done. And this is a very specific thing about the simple interest. Simple interest එකේ තියෙන ලේසිකම ඒකයි. හැම අවුරුද්දෙම පුතේ interest එක එකයි. අවුරුදු 10ක් වුණත් මේ වගේ 10ක් තමයි ගෙවන්න තියෙන්නේ. Right? It's not the compound interest. අපි compound interest කතා grade 11 වල. නමුත් simple interest lazy, right? Now for 2 years, 2,400 multiplied by the 2. Then answer is 4,000.
4,800.
Yeah, 4,800 rupees. Well done. And robot number 3. He opened a fixed deposit. FD එකක් open කරනවා. කොයිද bank එකේ. A certain bank. From a certain bank. And from the money he loaned out without settling the loan. Right? Without settling the loan. After 3 years, he received a total amount මෙන්න මෙච්චරක් කියලා කියනවා. Right? And find the simple interest rate offered by the bank. එහෙනම් bank එකෙන් ගත්තු මගෙන් interest rate එක අහනවා පුතේ. හරිය ලේසි වැඩක් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. මේ බලන්න වැඩි. Look at this one. දැන් මෙයා loan එකක් ගන්නවානේ. And what is the loan amount? 20,000. Yeah, 20,000. And this one, he invests in the bank as a fixed deposit. Fixed deposit එකක් දාන්න. After 3 years. After 3 years. අවුරුදු 3කට පස්සේ මෙන්න බොලේ එයාගේ බැංක් එකේ දැන් 20,000යි දැම්මේ. Now 3,800 rupees. ඒ කියන්නේ කවුද? Sorry, 30,800 rupees. රුපියල් 30,800ක් වෙලා. මරු වැඩි. But after 3 years, දැන් මේ දෙන්න දිහා බලද්දි ඔයාලට තේරෙනවා 20,000 change as a 30,800 after 3 years. Now you can find the interest. ඔයාට තේරෙනවා එහෙනම් මේ වැඩිපුර ආවේ පොලියක් කියලා. Interest for 3 years. අවුරුදු 3ටම for 3 years 30,800
divided by
my
3.
no minus 2000 ඇයි පුතේ මම 20000ක් දැම්මනේ බැංක් එකෙන් මට 30,800 දුන්නේ නැහැ as a total one අතන මං දාපු ඩිපොසිට් එකත් එක්ක වැඩිපුර ගන්න තමයි තියෙන්නේ now understood
Yes, sir.
yes now what is the interest rate interest rate කීයද පුතේ how many rupees now 10,800 now you got it
Yes, sir.
yeah and this is a for a 3 years අවුරුදු 3ටම මෙච්චරයි එහෙනම් පුතේ මට හදන්න පුළුවන් therefore interest for 1 year now you can divide by the 10,800 divide by 3 අපි දැන් බෙදමු 3 වලින් මොකද වෙන්න ඕන 10 divide by 3 is a 3 1 remainder 1 and 8 is 18 is a 6 aha and this is the interest for a year but question is find the simple interest rate offered by the bank පුතේ අපි රේට් එකක් හදන විදිහ හරි ලේසි how to change as a percentage the any number you can write as a percentage with fractions මම ලියනවා මෙන්න මෙහෙම කතාවක් and he deposited 20,000 and bank offered 3,600 interest for a year
Multiply by 100.
well done multiply by the 100% and this is the method now 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 36 divided by 2 aha 18% and bank offered 18% annual interest එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා fixed deposit එකට දැන් නම් මෙච්චර දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ දැන් දෙන සාමාන්‍ය 7.0 නැත්නම් 6.5 right maximum දෙන්නේ as the fixed deposits right now 18% offered in the bank now understood the two
Yes, sir.
yeah yes okay note down අපි අසල් ලියාගමු
Sir, finish.
Done. Right. And this is a last question relevant to this percentage question. And now listen. If he settled the loan after receiving the money from the bank, පුතේ දැන් මෙයා මොකද කරන්නේ? දැන් loan එකක් දාලා 20,000 ගත්තේ. මොකද කරන්නේ දැන්? After 3 years loan එක settle කරන්නේ නැහැ අවුරුදු 3ක් යනකම්. But after 3 years, if he settled the loan after receiving the money from the bank and find the amount remaining with him, දැන් අපි බලමු මෙයා බැංක් එකෙන් අවුරුදු 3කට පස්සේ ආපු සල්ලි ටික withdraw කරලා and he settled his loan. Now tell me. Now we have to find the, firstly we have to find the interest of the loan for 3 years. අවුරුදු 3කට ඉස්සෙල්ලාම බලන්න පොලිය. interest එක බලන්න දෙපේ කොහොමද ඒක හදන්නේ? And we know 2,400 rupees for a year. Aha, therefore 3 years is 7,200 rupees for a year. For a 3 years. මෙන්න පුතේ අවුරුදු 3ටම පොලිය. Now tell me total amount. How to find the total amount පුතා? කොහොමද හොයන්නේ? 20,000 is a loan amount. And he should be paid the interest also. බැංකුවෙන් ආදරයට loan දෙන්නේ නැහනේ. නේද? interest එකක් ගන්නවා. And this is the interest for 3 years. 7,200. එහෙනම් පුතේ ඔක්කොම මෙයා ආපහු ගෙවන්නකොට settle කරද්දී එහෙනම් සර් දෙන්නකො මේ මහත්තයා දෙන්න එහෙනම් 27,200 ගෙවන්න loan එක settle කරන්න ඕන. Aha, it's okay. 27,200. He should pay 27,200 rupees for a bank to the settle his loan. Now he have 30,800 from the bank. ඇයි අර fixed deposit එකෙන් එයාට ආවනේ මෙච්චරක් නේ. එයා ඒකෙන් තමයි මේක settle කරන්නේ. Now understood? Lidu?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, how to find the remaining portion? You need to subtract these two things. Right. Now, find the answer. එන ලස්සන ලියාගෙන පිළිවෙලට අපි හදමු remaining portion එක. Remaining with him. Find the amount remaining with him.
$2,800.
2,800. Balu. Are you sure? The difference between these two things, right? You have to subtract 27,200 from 30,800. Now this one should be a 600. Yes or no? And this was a 3,000. 3,600. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now we are going to the next part. Firstly, we have two algebraic expressions. I would discuss the first one, Roman number one, relevant to the simple a. And do you know how to expand the brackets, Litu? Mata kata putih?
Oh, sir.
All right. Now expand this one and tell me the answer. Hurry up. 3 plus 6 and 5 minus 6. Easy thing. Relevant to grade 9 also. The product between the two algebraic expressions.
So the answer is 15 plus 2x minus x squared.
15 plus 2x minus x squared. Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. And now listen. Mandang hadatna, right? Firstly, you need to write as three times. First term is a three times into the second bracket, like this. And second term into the second bracket is like this. Now, 3 times 5 is 15 minus 3x and plus 5x and minus x squared. Therefore, your answer is correct. And the difference between two things is plus 2x and minus x squared. Well done. Superb. Niyamai. And next one, that is a square of the binomial expression. මතකද කොහොමද හදන්නේ කියලා හැමෝටම ටෙකොරින් වල ළමයි බලන්න මතකද මෙන්න මේක මතකද look at this one and we did star x plus y to the power of 2 and we called as a square of the first term 2 times first term second term and the square of the second term, and this one is the same sign, the all terms becomes as a positive, and next one is a relevant to the negative one, and the different one becomes as a square of the first term, the middle one becomes as a negative, middle one becomes as a negative. ඒක තමයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. Now this is a theory part relevant to this part. Now tell me x plus 3 to the power of 2, x plus 3 to the power of 2. Now you can simplify this one. Lido, පුළුවන්ද කරන්න වැඩේ?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Now find the answer for that. හදන්න බලන්න x plus 3 to the power of 2. X plus 3 to the power of 2.
So the answer is 2x, x squared plus 6x plus 9.
Yeah, well done. Right? And some students there are two methods, right? Make a hadana block, make a use color. The samar lama make a hadana mehem. Like this, right? Uh, x plus 3 to the power of 2 means x plus 3 into the x plus 3. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, you can write as a x into the x plus 3 and plus 3 into the x plus 3. Now answer becomes x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. Now simplify the middle terms because synonyms, it should be a plus 6x. Now answer is your answer is correct. හැබැයි මේක හදන්න පුළුවන් මෙහෙම. කොහොමද? Use this trick. මේක ඉගෙන ගත්තේ පාවිච්චි කරන්න. How to find this one? Square of the first term plus 2 times first term into the second term and square of the last term. Very easy. Now answer is x to the power of 2 and 2 times x times 3 is 6x. Now 3 to the power of 2 is 9. Now you got it. තේරෙනවද පුතා?
Oh, sir.
Yes, right. And next one. Part B. And figure shows a square with the length of a side xcm, a rectangular shaped portion with the length 3 centimeter less than the x, less than the x. තුනක් අඩුයි. හරිද? Less than the x. And the breadth 2 centimeter less than the x. The breadth is 2 centimeter less than the x. Is removed from the square. Square එකෙන් ඒ කෑල්ල අයින් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Now express the area of the rectangle in terms of ax square plus bx plus c as a කවුද? Trinomial quadratic expression. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ විදියට. කවුරු විදියටද? Trinomial එකක් විදියට. මේ විදියට හදලා පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ. Right? Right. අපි ලස්සනට කරමු බලන්න වැඩි figure එක ඇඳගෙන ලස්සනට. අපි දාමු බලන්න measurements make. Then find the answer for the question. And you know the area. The area means the length into the breadth. We know that. There's also a product between the two algebraic terms, two binary expressions. And the whole portion is square. ඒක square එකක්ලු. Little මේක තේරුණානේ පුතා?
Oh, sir.
Right. Now express the area of the rectangle. Rectangle කියන්නේ පුතේ shaded portion එක, right? Shaded portion එක. Express the area. Now you have to find the length. Length එක පුතේ centimeters 3ක් අඩුයි. 3 centimeter less than the x. හරියට total එක x නම් මේ 3 අඩු කරන්න එපයි. Therefore length should be x minus 3. And the breadth is also 2 centimeter less than the x. Therefore,
So
breadth
I
is
got
equal
the
to
answer.
x minus 2. Now you have to find the product between them.
6 minus 5x plus x squared.
Right. බලමු වැඩි. අපි සාමාන්‍ය x squared එක ඉස්සරහා දාලා ලියමු. ඇයි මේක ලියන්න කියලා කියන්නේ කොහොමද? ax squared plus bx plus c ද ලියන්න කියලා කියන්නේ. You have to follow this order, right? Now you can write x plus x minus 3 into the x minus 2, right? අපි දැන් ඉගෙන ගත්තා මේක 3 4 පාරක්ම කරා. මෙන්න වැඩි. මේ තියෙන්නේ area x into the x minus 2 and minus 3 into the x minus 2, x to the power of 2 minus 2x minus 3x and plus 6. Now answer becomes x to the power of 2 minus 5x plus 6. මෙන්න මෙහෙම තමයි උත්තරේ එන්නේ. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Now look at the next one. If x equals 5 cm, and show that the rectangle which is equals to the area of the shaded portion and two squares can be cut from the large square, and draw a sketch with relevant measurements to show it. අපිට කියනවා පුතේ x කියන්නේ 5ක් වුණොත් if x becomes 5 cm, show that the rectangle which is equals to the rectangle එක equal වෙනවලු area of the shaded portion and two squares can be cut out from the large square, right? කරුම් බලන්න වැඩේ පුතේ x කියන්නේ 6ක් වුණොත් sorry 5ක් වුණොත් the rectangle which equals to the area of the shaded portion and two squares can be cut out from the large squares. And draw the sketch with relevant measurements to show it. little that?
So I don't know how to do that one.
Did not. Right. Look at this. And if x becomes 5 cm, x can right? Now look at this. Therefore, this is the area. No? Now x becomes 5, and you know the length and breadth, and you can find this two things. Other than the x squared minus 5x plus 6. And you can find the answer for the 5 squared minus 5 times 5 and plus 6. And this one is a 25 minus 25 and plus 6. This one's a cut. Then the answer is a 6 cm squared. නැත්තම් අපිට අනිත් විදිහට හදන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒ කොහොමද? Length into breadth. The area of the කාගේද rectangular portion එකේ හදන්න පුළුවන්. කොහොමද? X minus 3. X minus 3 and then the x minus 2. And you know x minus 3 is x becomes 5. Therefore 5 minus 3 into the 5 minus 2. Now 2 times 3, it should be a 6 cm squared. On the area එක හෙව්වා කාගෙද මේ shaded portion එකේ. Now show that the rectangle which is equals to the හරිනේ. on rectangular portion එකේ area එකක් හදාගත්තා 6යි. Right? There are 6. And equals to the area of the shaded portion. And එයයි තව කවුද? shaded portion එකයි. shaded portion එකයි. අතන අපි කියනවා and 2 squares can be cut out from the large square. The large square එක කියලා කියන්නේ කවුද? එයා තමයි 25 squared කියලා කියන කෙනා. large square. Right? අපිට කියනවා and 2 squares can be cut out from the large square and draw the sketch with the relevant measurements and show it. Right? එතකොට rectangular portion එක තමයි 6 කියලා කියන්නේ. 6 කියලා කියන්නේ. ඒක ඇත්තටම මේක rectangular portion එකක්. but අපිට කපන්න පුළුවන් squares ලොකුම දෙක. මේකේ whole circle එකේ. දැන් මට කියන්නේ කොහොමද කපන්න පුළුවන්? Now this was a 3. We have to cut the 2 squares. Squares දෙකක් කපන්න ඕනේ ලොකු එකකින් දැන්. කොහොමද කපන්න පුළුවන්? With measurements. Measurements දෙකක් එක පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ. And this is a 2. මෙතන අපිට තියෙන කීය 2 cm. And this is a 3 cm. කොහොමද කපන්න පුළුවන්? Squares දෙකක්. 2 squares can be cut out from the large square. දැන් මේ ඊට ප්‍රමාණය කපන්න පුළුවන් ලොකුම කැලි දෙක මොකක්ද? 2 squares. measurements එක කියන්න පුළුවන් නේ? කවුද කියන්න පුළුවන්? And this one is a this one is a 2 and this is 2 cm and this one is a 3 cm. 3 cm. ඔතන හදන්න පුළුවන් කොහොමද? අපිට 3 by 3 3 by 3. අර දැන් රූපය අවුල් වගේ නේ. දැන් හරිය 3 තියෙනවා මෙතන 2 තියෙනවා. ඊට තියෙනවා කපන්න දැන් මේක. This is a 5. The total length is a 5 and this is a 3 and you can cut as a 3 and this is a 3. The breadth is also 3. එහෙනම් මේක හැදෙන ලස්සනට සමානව කැපෙන්න ඕනේ මෙහෙමනේ. මේක අපිට පල්ලෙහාට ගන්න. Like this. Right. රූපේ දෙන්න බැරි හරියටනේ. Right. This also 3 by 3. Right? Understood? එක තේරුණාද දීතු මේ කපපු විදිය?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And this one, and now you know this one's a 3 and this one's a 2. And this is a 2 and this one's a 2 and you can cut as a 2 and 2. කැමති එකක් ඔන්න 2 by 2 කපන්න පුළුවන්. මෙතනින් අරගෙන ඔන්න 2 by 2 කපන්න පුළුවන් මට මේ විදියට. It's a 2 and this one's a 2 and this is also square. It's a 2 by 2. It's a 2 by 2. Right? This one එකක් කපන්න පුළුවන් මට ඒ විදියට. Right? එතකොට මේක වෙන rectangular portion එකක් හැදෙන්නේ මේක හැදෙන්නේ 3 by 2 එක. අර වගේම කැල්ලක් තමයි හැදෙන්නේ. හරිනේ? ලස්සට හැදෙනවා එතකොට 9 and 4 6 and 6. Total එක 25. Total එක 25. 25. Right. The special thing is the area of the shaded portion. It should be a 6 cm squared. 6 cm squared. Right? Six cm squared. A rectangle එකෙන් use කළා තමයි අපි කැපුවේ කොහොමද? සමානව 3 by 3 and 2 by 2. 3 by 3 and 2 by 2. Right. Now I am going to the next part. Right. This was very important. Factors lesson. අද පුතේ factors ගත්තට පස්සේ factors ජාති තුනක් තියෙනවානේ. බලන්න. අද යනවා trinomial quadratic expressions, difference between two squares as well as common factors. Now look at this first one, 100 minus n square. And this one's A, part 1, 100 minus n square. සිතුට මතකද මේ difference between two squares?
Oh, sir.
Right. Now
Yes,
100
yes,
you
yes.
can, yeah, 100 you can write as a 10 square and minus n square. Now tell me what are the factors of this one? Now tell me what are the factors of this one?
10 plus n and 10 minus n.
Well done. 10n and the 10 minus n. Niyamai. Right. And this is the difference between two squares. And next one, trinomial quadratic expressions. මෙන්න බලන්න දෙවෙනි කෙනා in grade 10. මේ grade 10 එකක් 9 එකේ මෙහෙම එකක් නැහැ. Because the coefficient is greater than 1. 5x squared minus 7x and plus 2. හරි. අපි හදමු බලන්න පුතේ මේකේ factors trinomial හදමු.
සර් ඒකේ ආන්සර් ගන්න පොඩ්ඩක් අමාරුයි.
All right. On the answer, right? I'm going to tell the method. The method is first we are looking for the order. අපි බලන පොතේ ඉස්සලාම order එක. The order is correct. Ax square plus bx minus plus c, right? And the first term into the last term, and the sign is a very important thing. පොතේ sign එක තමයි වැදගත්ම දේ because the logic is dependent on the sign. Now listen. 5x squared into the plus 2, then answer becomes plus 10x squared. මේ බලන්නකෝ. එයා හැදෙන්නේ එතකොට 10 කියලා. දැන් ඔන්න බලන්න හොඳට. Now this one is a plus. Now tell me plus becomes as a plus into plus and always minus into minus. හරි නේද? Plus එකක් හැදෙන්නේ පුතේ product between the minus into minus becomes plus. Also the plus into plus is a plus. Now we are looking for the middle one. Then middle one is a negative one. Therefore we cannot build up using the both are positive ones. We cannot build up with the negative ones. එහෙනම් මට positive වලින් මට වැඩක් නැහැ. I choose the negative ones. Right? The sum should be this was a positive. Therefore our logic is the sum of the two numbers becomes 7. And as a product was 10. That 10 හැදෙන විදිහ හරිම සරලයි. 10 times 1
minus 5x minus 2x.
well done. Minus 5x and minus 2x. Now understood? ඒක හොයාගන්න තේරුණාද දැන්?
Yes sir.
Yes. Now you can continue. හදන්න පුළුවන් කෙනා. හදන්න බලන්න. එතනින් හරිය දන්නවනේ හදන්න. Yeah.
සර් එතනින් එහාට තමයි මම පොඩ්ඩක්
Well,
හිතන්නේ.
yeah, right. Now listen. Now listen. Right. Now we can use 5x squared like this. 5x squared. In this one, you can use these two terms into the 7x. Minus 5x minus 2x plus 2. Right. In some questions, though, some questions becomes like this. සමහර papers වල මෙහෙමත් එනවා. Factorize. Now what to do? Yeah, this is very easy. If you have four terms, you have to couple it. මෙයාව couple කරනවා. First couple is a 5x squared and minus 5x. Now tell me what is a common term. මේ දෙන්නගේ common term එක මොකක්ද?
5x.
5x and open the bracket and 5 is there, x is there, therefore remaining portion is x, and here's a minus, and 5 is there, x is there, therefore you need to put 1 inside of the bracket. Now this is the same step, x minus 1 there, and keep the space and write the same bracket here. මෙයාවම ලියා ගන්නන්නේ මෙතන පට්ට ලේසි වැඩි. You have to repeat the same bracket of here. Now x is there, therefore missing part is a minus 2 මේ මෙයාගේ x තියෙනවනේ පුතේ. minus 2 තමයි නැත්තේ. Right. Now we have two factors. Now first one becomes as a terms inside of the bracket. Now what are they?
X minus 1, 5x minus 2.
Well done. Now understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay. Note down. අපි ලස්සන ලියා ගමු ඒක එහෙනම්. මට තනියම මේක හදලා පෙන්නන්න බලන්න පුතේ තනියම. මට මේක තනියම හදලා පෙන්නන්න. Okay? Now, you found the answer? No?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the answer?
x plus 2 and x minus 4. 3x minus 4.
3x minus 4. Right. Right. Look at this. The sign is a very important thing I told you. And this one becomes as a minus 24x squared. and minus means now this one's a positive one. Becomes a positive one. The sum of these two things. It becomes as a negative. The difference between two numbers becomes as a 10 and should be a greater than greatest one is a positive one. Therefore, plus 12x and minus 2x. Right? Now I'm going to write as a 3x squared plus 12x minus 2x minus 8. Now
Excuse me, sir.
3x. Yeah.
So I used plus 6x and plus 4x.
No, it's wrong. Because why? You cannot use plus 6x and plus 4x. Now listen, this one is a plus 10x. It's okay. But you cannot use plus things. Because why? Because now tell me the answer. Plus 6x into the plus 4x. What is the answer? What is the answer?
Plus 20.
It's, it's plus 24x squared. It's not minus 24x squared. Now understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the why I told you the sign is a very important thing. මේක ළමයිට ගොඩක් අමතක කරන point එකක්. The sign is a very important because I told you the logic is dependent on the sign. Logic එක පුතේ රඳා පවතින්නේ මෙන්න මේ sign එක උඩ. If becomes positive, both one positive, both one negative. If becomes negative, plus and minus, and should be a greater than, should be a greater side, should be a middle one size. එකයි පුතේ middle one එකේ plus 10x තිබුණොත් ලොකුම එක තමයි plus 12 plus වෙන්න ඕන. දැන් මේක තිබ්බ කියනවා minus 10x කියලා. Now tell me the answer. It becomes minus 10x. Now you can write as a minus 12x plus 2x. Now understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, හරි. අපි ලස්සනට හදාගමු මේක. ඒක තමයි මිශ්‍රණ පොයින්ට් එක. දැන් ආයි මිස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ ඔයාට, right? ආයි මිස් වෙන්න බෑ. Now 3x squared, 3x is a common term. X plus 4 and the 3x minus 2. දැන් තේරුණා නේද සිතු? sorry ලිතු.
Yes, sir.
yeah. ලිතු කොහෙද home town එක වාගේ? ගෙවල් කොහෙද?
Sama Rajagiri.
රාජගිරිය, right. ස්කූල් එක?
St. Peter's.
St. Peters. well done.
Bumblebee.
ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මොනවයි කරනවද?
Nah, sir.
nah ස්පෝර්ට්ස් බුක් කරන්නේ, right. okay. Now I think this one's very easy. දැන් ඔන්න වැඩේ ඔලුවට ගිහලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. okay.
Yes, sir.
yeah. Now I go to the next one.
Excuse
Find
me,
the yeah.
sir. Can you give me another factorized equation to solve?
All right. Okay. Okay. Now I give you the second next one. It's like this. මම එක මෙහෙම එකක් දෙන්නම් ඔයාලට. Like this 2x squared, and I'm going to as right like this. It should be a 9x, and this one is right. Now find the answer for this one.
So I got the answer.
Right. Now tell me the answer. Tell me your answer.
X minus 9
Uh-huh.
and 2x plus 1.
Right. And this is your answer. Now I'm going to discuss. Balu mama discuss uh, and first term into the last term, it should be a minus 18x squared. Now listen, I told you this one is a negative. This one's a negative. Therefore, the two things becomes as a different ones. Now listen, the middle one is a negative. This one is a negative. Therefore, greater side should be a negative and other side should be a positive. And this one is
Minus
a
18x and plus 1x.
well done because the difference between these numbers is a minus 18x and plus 1x. Well done. Right? Now look at this. 2x squared minus 18x and plus 1x minus 9. Now 2x is a common term and the x minus 9 and x minus 9 and x is there, therefore plus 1 put the middle of the two terms. Now x minus 9, 2x plus 1. Yeah, your answer is correct. දැන් ගොඩ සතුටුයි වැඩේනේ නියමයිනේ පුළුවන්.
Oh, sir.
Yes, right. And this is our next one. Next question. Find the value using the knowledge on factors. මේ බලන්නකො මේ factors වල knowledge එක use කරලා මේක value එක හොයන්න. Right? Now I'm going to discuss. Now look at this. 87 square. 87 square minus 4 times 87 and minus 21. Uh-huh. මේක දිහා බලනකොට පුතේ මට පේන නිකන් අමුතු ජොලියක් මේ බලන්න වැඩි නේ like this. Now I'm going to take 87 should be equal to the x. මම ගන්නවා 87 as x. මේ වань තියෙන විදිය. Now 87 as x. X to the power of 2 minus 4 times x minus 21. Now got it. Now you can simplify this one.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now factorize this one. මේක මට factorize කරලා පෙන්නන්න පුතේද? factorize කරලා පෙන්නන්න හරිය. answer එකක් ගමු අපි එකට. දැන් ඔයාලට පුළුවන්.
So I got the answer.
Right. Now look at this. What is your answer?
X minus 7 and x plus 3.
Right. Now listen what trick है कुछ करना हम make मुझे. Look at this one. Now we have a x squared with 1 is a coefficient. Coefficient එක 1 වෙනකොට ලේසි හොයන්න පුතේ මේ බලන්න. The product between this one's a 21x squared. Now the factors becomes as a this was a negative, middle one is a negative, greatest one should be negative, and difference between them always equals the 4. කවුද එහෙනම් එන්න ඕනේ? 7 times 3. ඔයා හරි. පුතේ මේ බලන්න වැඩි. මේ numbers දෙක තමයි factors එකට එන්න මේ බලන්න මේ. x කවුද මේ? x minus 7, x කවුද? plus 3. Now you got it? That's a shortcut. Now got it? එක තේරුණාද?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now our answer becomes x minus 7 and x plus 3. But now x is 87. එහෙනම් මම දැන් මොකද කරේ? 87 වෙනකොට x කියලා ගත්තානේ. Now I am going to take x is 87 minus 7, 87 plus 3. Now 87 minus 7 is 80 multiplied by the 90. Now 9 times 8 is 72 and put 2 zeros. Now answer is 7,200. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right.
So I didn't
And
do that far.
alright. දැන් අපි මේක substitute කරලා පුතේ factors හෙව්වට පස්සේ you need to substitute 87 to the x because you need to find the value for. Now understood? Now you have to write
Yes,
this
sir.
one. Right. Okay, note down. Like these questions, solving like that. මේ විදිහට තමයි අපි කරන්නේ. Right. And little, and I think this is your very first time in our live class in the paper class. Am I right?
No, sir.
No. Kali live class කියලා තියෙනවද?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Right. Now how about today's session? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. එහෙනම් පුතේ අපි හැමෝම අපේ Saturday අපේ theory class එකත් එක්ක therefore good night and God bless you.
Good night, sir. God bless.
Okay.